Happy Independence Day! Woohoo! From Canyon Lake. So I was getting ready to do I don't know what, and I heard celebratory reading. And I said, okay. And my first thought is just, what I've been doing, these free readings. And then I heard, well, what is it? What kind of a reading? Is it a reading special? Is it a $5 reading special for $5 for one message? Is it $10 for two? What is it? And then I heard, is it by donation? And then I heard, build it and they will come. So I love to do this. You know that I do. You also know that this is how I earn my living. But I also know that there's a lot of people that are in difficult circumstances. And I know that Spirit takes care of me. Hi, Mohawk. So this reading special is going to be, I'm just going to do it until my battery runs out. And I'm just going to allow, if anybody would like to make a donation, they can. And you know how to reach me. You know where my website is. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Otherwise, it's just on with the celebratory specials. So when I came down, it's hot. Anybody that knows me, I looked at my feeds. Hi Kimmy. I looked at my feeds this morning, and it showed me my 4th of July 2 years ago, and I was in the water in my bikini, drinking jungle juice, partying, having a really, really good time. And I saw that, and I thought to myself, man, I have isolated myself far too much. And here I am, down here by myself with all these people out there partying. But I hate the heat, I gotta tell you. If it was in the water, I guess it was good. But I've been trying to save my skin since I had that whole thing with my skin. And so I thought, there's nobody I would rather be with than, except for, of course, the love of my life, than with you guys. So I want to say happy Canada Day, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. To me, I don't celebrate as far as the countries go. I just celebrate independence. I celebrate independence from ties, binds, crutches, anything that holds us back. So to me, when I heard celebratory reading, I felt like there's a reason to celebrate. And it isn't about the 4th of July for me. It's about anybody who is broken free of any ties that bind them. That's the independence. So I believe somebody is celebrating that special event today. So that's what this is about. So the messages are going to come from magical messages from the fairies. I set up my little table here. Check it out. I've got the angelfish, which is me. I got my twin. He's the big-mouth bass. Or what could this possibly be? You know what? This looks like a Siamese fighting fish to me. And he's not a big-mouth bass. I wish he would. I wish he had a bigger mouth than he does, because he's quiet. Peaceful of hearts. Yes. And I want to say happy Independence Day to my best friend Diane in Sturgeon Bay, because I saw memories of us too, and I woke up missing the music, and I woke up missing my friends there, and the social life that I had there. I had a massive social life when I was in Sturgeon Bay, and I miss it. I'm starting to get to the place where this isolation has done me in, and Rapunzel has definitely left her tower. So this is where I am. I'm down here in the party house. Look at this. Whiskey, Foster's, Finlandia, celebrate. This is all about celebration. And there's one oar, and my canoe is in the water by itself. So I'm saying to the universe, it's time for me to break out of my shell. And I'm asking for interaction. So I want to, and I also want to say to Diane, every time I use my ninja, I love you more and more. It's amazing. Check out our totem. As it just drove, I don't know if you guys can see him, it's a giant blue heron, and he's quite big even from here. Standing on your own feet. Independence. That's what he means. Jack of all trades. Second to none. Very eclectic. Very eccentric. Very unique. Very much my speed. Okay. So I'm going to... As I said, this is... These readings, I'm gonna do this until my battery dies. And if you would like to make a donation, you can go to my page. You know where it's at. I want that private. Because I don't want anybody embarrassed that doesn't have the ability to part with anything right now. I'm looking right now. I'm going to use a Corona bucket to hold my, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll use a paint bucket because this is all about redecorating our lives. Okay, I'll do that. I could have done this, I could have set this up a little bit earlier, but I couldn't because it came to me very quickly. So I didn't really have a lot of time to, yay! Hi guys. Hands-free, you know how I love the hands-free. Okay, Kimmy, I'm using your pendulum. So guess what, guys? This is something different. We can do yes or no answers. If you guys have questions, I can do yes or no answers. Hi. Oh, I want to tell you something else. While I'm shuffling, I'll multitask. And I wonder if I should have my back. You know what? I think I might have my back to the lake so you guys can see the lake. How about that? I'm gonna try that. Can you see the lake, or is it completely whited out? Can you see it? Because I can't really see you guys. I guess I can, kind of. Can you see the lake behind me? Happy 4th of July, thank you. I'm still in the shade. I'm not able to see my animal totems this way. Tell me if you can see the lake behind me, because all I see is dark. Yay! Is that better? Is that a better view for you guys? Do you prefer that than looking at the back of the house? Okay. If I get too hot, I'm gonna have to flip and go on the other side, because right now I'm doing okay. All right. I still have all of my selenite. We can use our selenite for cleansing everything. Selenite cleanses everything. Ooh, I just did something kind of sexy with my twin and I want to see it. It's kind of sexual. I wanted to hold her up with the selenite, right? I wanted to cleanse whatever was going on, and he's on her ass. I like that. That's how's that for affirmations? Oh, there, now you can see a little bit of the palapa. We've got a really cool place down here. I think I might drag my landlord out and make him take me out on the boat. You sleep with your selenite? Good job. I sleep with my moonstones. I sleep with all of my stuff on. I have to tell you. I have two things to tell you. My moonstone, remember I said yesterday that I was on fire? Whenever I personally am on fire, my moonstone burns my finger, and I can't even wear it. It literally burned my finger again. I'm telling you, when I'm on fire energetically, it comes out in every way. Also, I want to tell you that, remember I don't know if you guys noticed, but I wasn't going to, I wasn't going to share the weekly reading yesterday. I wasn't going to post it because I felt it was, that I got far too personal, and I pulled it. And that's why I did the live one. And then I had, and I spoke about it. I don't know if you guys read the comments, but I had a vision. And Kimberly, you know what it's like. I mean, it was so lucid. It was crazy. It was, it showed me everything that I had spoken about, and it gave me names and faces, and it was basically spirit pushing me. And I'm going to trust my intuition that it was right that I posted it. I'm hoping that my twin isn't angry at me, but I have to say that it wasn't just for him, and I spoke to you guys about that. I said I have had several people speaking to me, writing to me, calling me, texting me about mirrored situations. Spirit brings mirrored situations. I received an email this morning from a friend, and I have to tell you, I was bawling my face off as I read it, because every single thing that I have been shown in my dreams, Kimberly, you're going to die when I tell you this. Everything that I've been shown in my dreams was relayed to me by this person as events going on in their life. Everything that I said, everything I've seen for the last 2.5 years, everything that I spoke about, everything that the cards were talking about. So I know that even if I may be a little off in what I might have perceived in my vision, for my particular case, I was not off in the message being spoken of, and the vehemence in which I spoke it. The vehemence was absolutely mandatory. And so I stand here before all of you saying, I don't know everything. I get my visions, and sometimes, you know, like Katy Perry says in the song, things aren't always as they seem. And so maybe, and like I said before, when my twin watches my dreams back and I watch him relay them for me, they're very, very close, but they're not 100% accurate. So I may be a little bit off, and for that I don't stand on, you know, on gospel in this. I'm just saying this is what I've been shown from Spirit, and I'm pretty stinking clear. And the fact that I received that confirmation this morning, and everything was so crystal clear. I said, I don't know if I was watching your life or mine, because that was just mirrored. Spirit brings us mirrored situations so that we know, and gives us confirmation. So that was that. I had to say that. So thank you so much for that email, because the person is on right now with us, and it was really, really necessary for me. I just realized that I don't need the selenite to hold up my twin and I. We're standing on our own, which is a really cool message. So I'm going to use it by our cards. Okay, so let's get in line. I have no idea how much battery life we have. Yay, I'm super clear. Oh, I thought you meant I'm super clear as in the background. You know what? If I back up like this, if I go like that, then the background becomes really clear. So if I see something really cool going on, I'll step out of the way, or I'll flip the camera around. I'm just trying not to move the camera so much because it made so much noise. I was so embarrassed when I listened back. When I was trying to put it in the trees, and it was like, God, that was horrible. Okay. Go ahead, give me your names. I wasn't able to save the live reading that I did to YouTube because my battery literally died and I wasn't able to save it. So when I see your battery's going low, on the second time they tell me, I gotta say goodbye. Hi, Bree. Okay, everyone, let's go. Yes, I want a reading, one by one. Somebody, could you please be my secretary and keep track for me? Because we all know I need a secretary. I need an office person because I'm not the office person. So, and I like standing. I like standing. I can move. I'm kind of like rocking around. I feel like see, remember what I told you? I love to be a part. I like to be around the center of attention, but I don't want to be it. That's just kind of how I like it. With all the partying going on behind me, and I'm kind of like right here. I can hear it, I can feel it, but I don't have to deal with any of them. Okay, Christina's first, then Bree. Somebody please be my secretary. Jump in and keep track of who's next, so I don't have to, you know, blow it. All right, Christina, we go first. Christina, you're gonna. Is this Christina? Oh my God, Christina, you're gonna flip and lose it. You're gonna lose it. Your sons are being watched over and protected as they explore the world. Christina and I both know what this means to her, and how bang on that is. I love that. Okay, I won't go into that because it'll be too personal. So basically, you've been a little bit concerned about your sons, and you've been worried, and you felt you wanted them to be helped. You wanted to make sure everything was okay. So Spirit wants to validate your feelings and let you know that this time that you have right now is your time. This is the time for you to relax, and that your boys are completely happy, and they are happy, and they are safe, and they're watched over. So that's your particular message. I know. And then for anyone else that this applies to, the other messages are somebody's pregnant or is about to adopt a baby boy. Also, I saw myself pregnant and giving birth to a boy. And wow, that's weird because I didn't know that I was giving birth to a boy until I just said that. I thought I was giving birth to a baby. So that now gives me a message. My message, I thought, was it could have been a project. But the fact that they told me it was a baby boy means that my twin's being reborn. I already knew he was, but he's coming to me, so that's a great thing for me. So for someone else, it could be that. Also for somebody else that has a boy, a son that's in heaven, in spirit. They're with you, they're next to you, and they want you to know that they're very happy, and they want you to be happy, and they're sending their love. Also, for me, and I know this is my message, and it could be someone else, someone else's son needs my help and my love. So I ask for all of us that are in this position that all of my team, as well as his team, come together, as well as the archangels and the mother and father, and envelop him, wrap him in their loving embrace, and my wings are wrapped around him. I want him to feel love. I want him to feel that energy, and that goes out. And I ask that from the Father, Mother, for their assistance. Also, there are ones who have a pet, a boy, a male pet, and I know my friend Erica has a beautiful boy. His name is Orion, and that pet is like a son. And so these all apply to those who have a pet, like my liger. He's like my son to me. And also, if you are a male, you may receive a message from your father at this time. From or about your father. So the message could come from spirit, or it could come from someone else, or whatever the situation is. Okay. What are you guys saying? That was your reading. Hi, Kimmy Kim. Okay, hold on. Is this a free reading? This is, I am doing this reading, I was told, celebratory reading, and then I was told, is it and then I heard, is it a free reading? Is it by donation? Is it a 1 for $5? Is it 2 for $10? And then I thought, you know what? And then I heard, build it and they will come. So I thought, I'm just going to do it. People who are in the position to be able to, because you know this is how I earn my living, but you also know this is what I love to do. So people who are in the position, you know how to reach me on my website, and whatever you feel that you're able to give is appreciated, and it's private. That's why no one should feel embarrassed or awkward, and don't feel that you shouldn't ask for a message right now, because Spirit knows, and I'm taken care of by Spirit. I know that whoever is able to will, and I know that I'm taken care of. This is celebratory for me, and I'm going to let Spirit handle that. So everybody feel free to ask. I'm going to do readings until my battery runs out. That's my gift. Okay. So, oh, thank you for being my, and you know what you got, oh, thank you. So Bree is next. Okay. Thank you for being my secretary. Oh, you're gonna have to just hold off a little sec, because I'll lose it. I'll have to scroll back. So I know Bree next, Noni, and then Mohawk. By the way, Noni, I love what your name means. I looked it up, and it represents my twin. So everything you said to me, yes, dead bang on. I almost died. Okay. Uh-oh. This is why I'm dancing around, baby. They want you to get some exercise. That's why I'm up here. They didn't want me sitting on my butt. They don't want you sitting on your butt. So they're telling you, as you become stronger, your body begins to feel stronger in all ways. Now, it doesn't just represent exercise, although that is definitely featured. They just want you to get moving forward in your life. It will make you stronger. No stagnant, no more procrastination on whatever it is. The main emphasis is definitely about movement. I'm literally dancing as I say it. So it could be, they're showing water, they're showing stars, they're showing air, they're showing flying. So flying movement also represents forward movement. It also you could be swimming, whatever it is. They do want you to get some exercise. I think that possibly, like for me, when I do my walking meditations, that kind of exercise is doing two things at once. I get massive amounts of messages, and I'm not getting any messages right now with my back to the lake. So in a little while, I'm going to have to flip, because I'm missing all of my messengers. A barn swallow. Oh my God! There's a mama. I gotta show you guys. I don't know if you can see it. See, I'm missing this, and I probably missed them in the water. A mother duck just came up offshore, onto shore, and she's got all her babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 babies. Can you see them in the water just going under the bridge? Oh, that's a really good message in itself. 5 babies, 5 big positive changes, always for the better. Rumbling through your entire existence at this time. Please call upon Spirit for help as you move through these changes. The fact that those changes were going under the bridge, that's really good. go under the emotional waters, going under the bridge. Okay, so they got to get up on the bridge. Right now they're going under the bridge because you need to build a bridge from here to from where you are to where you want to get. So they're going under the bridge on their emotional waters, but they came on land, so they've dried off. So that's good. So it's like it's forward movement. So there's another message in the Get Some Exercise that's talking about forward movement for you. They also are telling you that you can just dance. That's what I'm doing. I'm dancing, right? I'm just like standing back and forth, rocking. You don't have to do major stuff, but it brings about, it releases endorphins, happy endorphins. It releases negative energy. Just the movement alone brings fresh energy in, and this will affect not just your body, but your life. Everything is affected energetically. So your career, your finances, as well as relationships. But your body is asking for this. I knew that. I wanted to sit in my studio and do this reading because it's so nice and cool, and I have the fan on Liger, and it's I got all the curtains drawn. But Lily went outside, and I thought, even in this heat, Lily's going outside, so she's giving me a message. So today they want you to do something physical, whatever it is. Even if it's go to the grocery store or Walmart and walk around inside where it's cool. Go to the mall. You know what? Hell, go to the mall. That's walking, right? I don't do malls. I do sometimes if I'm, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go to the giant thrift store that I love and I'll walk around inside there because it's walking. It doesn't have to be massively strenuous. However, they would prefer if you would get outside. So if you're in a place that isn't blazing hot, do get outside to get the fresh air. Again, they're bringing up yoga and Tai Chi or any Eastern exercises. Oh, okay. I do have to walk around a little bit. See the yellow butterfly? Hold on, you'll see it in a second. God, the water has gone down right there. See? Oh, and it's a paper butterfly. It's a paper butterfly. It's like, it's all yellow with just a couple black spots. It's on that, I love that grass too. That's swamp grass. Actually, I've got to think of a sexier name for that than swamp grass. This was all the way up to here with the water, so that's how hot it's been down here, that the lake is down that low. Anyway, butterflies, full transformation, and grabbing the happiness and joy in life, so I had to show you that. Maybe I'll just do that when I have to turn around. Spirit will tell me, right? I don't have to do that. Spirit will tell me. They'll tell me to look. They always do. They're also telling you, this is probably for me, join something in a way to meet people. So I probably am supposed to start going back to my yoga group, but it's like 40 minutes away from me is the only problem. I guess I could see if I could find something around here, but to try and find like-minded people, because if you join a yoga situation or anything like that, you're going to find people that are more spiritually connected. And they're also wanting you, this is another really important message, they want you to say positive affirmations to your body. I am so proud of my strong legs. I have strong legs. I'm proud of you. And whatever that you want to say. Anything to your body. I love my hair. Find something that you love about yourself. Thank you for carrying me every day. Thank you for getting up. I appreciate what you go through for me. That's what you have to say. Okay, that's your message. Woo! The universe has darkened my screen. It's hard for me to see it. Please help me out. I may have to turn this around. Okay, Bree Nooney. Nooney's name. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't feel like I am. And I'm gonna switch my water holder for my smoothie that is melting. No, it's melted completely. Okay. Now remember, you guys, these aren't just for I know you all want it specifically, but these are for all of us. Who do you need to forgive? I know. Who do you need to forgive? As you release the, and I know who it is for me, as you release the anger and resentment that you are feeling towards this situation or this person or this event, you're going to find that your wishes will come true. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one when somebody has hurt someone that you love. So I know that that's something that I need to. And so basically, from what I get from that is sometimes it's hard to look at them and say that. Sometimes it's hard to think about the situation and say that. So just whenever you think about the situation, say, I forgive. I forgive. And leave it at that. Allow your body to hear it. Pretty soon your energy will accept it and you'll be able to release it. Because even though you feel justified in your anger, the resentment isn't hurting them, it's hurting you. It's blocking something. So again, they're asking us to go outside and ask Spirit, ask the nature fairies to help clear this from me. Take this from me. I don't want to carry this. I'm not a person who stays angry. I just heard this stuff. Remember, I just got my vision yesterday, and so yeah, I got really angry. And you could probably tell in my reading. And I don't like carrying that. I'm not somebody who holds on to anger. So for all of us that are going through this is you specifically and me, but it applies to a lot of us. Ask Spirit and the energy, the fairies, which are light, like the butterfly, the paper butterfly, right when I said that it came back. So I'm going to ask that of this butterfly right now. We're going to go ask this little, beautiful little, you know why? You know why that was a message for us right then, and that particular moment? Because that yellow butterfly, yellow represents friendship. It also represents, yellow is the color of the sun, which is the divine masculine. So for me, it's a man that I'm angry at. So I'm asking for that little butterfly right there to take away the feelings of resentment and anger that I have and release it. And for you, you can use that as well. Detoxify yourself. You know, it's also like for me, see now, I put it on me. I always do this. I always think that it's me that's done something wrong and that I have to do, you know, I have to forgive somebody. But I do. And you do too. We have to forgive ourselves. I was feeling really guilty about that reading. I really was. I had a really hard time with it. I woke up, I didn't sleep very well all night because I was worried that I had crossed boundaries that I should not cross. So we need to forgive ourselves right now. So I'm asking for that too. Please forgive me. I forgive you, Sherry. You forgive yourself, Nooni. Also reduce any judgmental thoughts that we have about others, because we don't know what they've gone through. And like I said, I know that the person that did what they did in my life, I know that they were hurting. The jealousy was a negative energy, but they were hurting and they were insecure. And so they have, when we're upset or when we're hurt or when we're angry, we do stupid things, you know? And so we all do it. So we have no room to judge another person. So also, this message is about not seeing yourself as a victim. We are not victims. We are powerful. We have to focus on the present. We have to focus on now. And right as I say that, no, we do not have mallards. What we have are 2 single female adult ducks. And the ducks talk about emotional comfort. They talk about community effort and spirit. And so we see displayed there, we're strong, we're independent. That's why we saw the blue heron that went by. We're not a victim. We are in control of our lives and we're doing fine. We are sailing along our emotional waters. She just went under the bridge. So we got to think about what the bridge means, going under the bridge. There she is right there, and there's another one out there. But they're very peaceful. They don't need a man. They don't need a man to help them out. They don't need a hero because they're their own hero. Okay? So ask me, or if you guys can think what you think it means, the fact that we keep seeing things going under the bridge. Because there's a bridge over troubled waters, but there's something about going under the bridge. Okay, that was your reading. I'll call you June. I love that name. Good, so she loves the gym and she hasn't been. Need to get back. Felt let down because me time. Yes, getting back, because that is time for us, you know? My daughter's been going to the gym and she's been saying, Mom, maybe you should go to the gym. Maybe you should go to the gym. Maybe you should go to the gym. And I'm like, and I said, yeah, but I don't want to go alone. And she goes, yeah, but I go with my girlfriend. And she goes, we do totally different things. I'm just so tired of going alone. And I could go with my daughter, I suppose, but that's like 40 minutes away. So, of course you're going to get a reading, Kimmy. Yoga, yes. It's also about a man. Thank you, yes. Hey, you. This is I want to introduce you to my landlord. Say hi, you're on Facebook Live.
Hi there.
Now he's going to be shy. And he's a chatty Cathy. I was talking about 2 years ago, we were down here partying in the water. Remember? 2 years.
That was last year.
No, 2 years we had the psycho roommate with me, remember?
That was last year. 'Cause I didn't know you 2 years ago.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was last year.
It was last year. We had a psycho roommate. It was
a
1 year ago? Man, see, my life is just like...
What are you doing down in this heat?
I know, the heat's awful. I'm doing a reading. I was told, I'm doing a live reading for all these people, and I was told, get the hell outside. Lily keeps going out, so she's outside right now.
My friend Lori, she's like, are you going to go out on the boat? I said, no.
Maybe later, tonight?
Yeah, but I'm not going.
Are we going to go watch the fireworks? Can we? Look at me inviting myself. We have the fire, what's it called? Canyon Lake, where I live. has the best fireworks. And it blew my mind when I watched it. I couldn't get over it. I thought I got to continue doing this reading. I don't want to ignore them. But I was going to say I'm going to go to Stater Brothers. Hopefully it's still open, and get some cherries because they're $1.49 a pound.
I got cherries.
I need tons because I've already gone through 2 bags.
I got like half a pound. I got grapes.
And
I won't eat if you want.
And anything else. I'll get some of those. I'm shuffling you guys. I'm not ignoring you. I'll get some of those. Remember those veggie burgers, those black bean burgers? I want to get some of those.
I've got salmon.
Salmon burgers or real salmon?
Real salmon.
Oh, he always goes high end. See, I always go cheaper.
So you have your choice of either
Who's next?
Salmon Parmesan, which is marinara sauce and melted cheese, or the like we had last time, the angel hair pasta with the low-fat Alfredo sauce.
Oh my God, I don't know. They all sound amazing. It's June is next. They all sound amazing. Oh, Parmesan, or I don't care. They both sound amazing. God, what do you want me to get? I have a bottle of wine. You might like. Yeah, it's a golden cat. I was given it when I was in Sedona, and I've been saving it.
I got you some wine.
You got me wine?
Apple wine.
Apple wine?
Because you like.
Because I like Angry Orchard.
But it's sweet.
That's a message to me. I like Angry Orchard. Remember I said.
Can bring the other one down.
Okay. No, I don't. Remember I said about the sequoia that fell? And I said how, we all know that I love the trees, right? And I kept saying there's something with me in the trees. I'm in love with Angry Orchard. Follow that message, I get it. Okay, so this is for June. I gotta do this until my battery runs out, I promise them. Okay. They're talking about autumn, which seems like a really long ways away. Now I'm annoyed, but I can't be, because it could mean something else. But they're saying that as autumn comes, this is when everything falls into place, and you're going to be reaping abundance, wonderful harvest of abundance. So it talks. But it doesn't have to be that alone. It can also talk about that you may be moving to a place. I prefer this. Moving to a place where the leaves change colors in the fall. They do pretty much everywhere, but not really so much in California. So not where I am in California, anyway. Yeah, in California they do, but not in this area. This area is palm trees.
Nothing happens.
So basically what they're saying is there's going to be blessings along the way. So maybe something comes together. There's a culmination at harvest time. They want you to also, because of harvest too, it's talking about tending your garden, keeping your thoughts positive. That'll help your manifestation by affirming, praying. They're basically, but they are showing the fruits of your labor will come through as the leaves begin to change. So I already heard October. End of September, October, which is that I already heard that. So I'm hoping that means that's like the major aspect of it, not just when it all begins. But it also talks about new schooling or learning new things, because it talks about a return to school, because after summer kids go back to school. So it may be a time for you to pick up some new learning skills. It also could be talking about a project that's nearing completion. As I said, a visit or a move to a location where the leaves turn beautiful colors. And it also says maybe you're supposed to get out there and grow something, grow a vegetable garden, or I would say, yeah, it's got to be vegetables, because I would have done flowers, but they're talking about harvest. So those are the messages. You've lost me? Oh, okay, so Kimmy said going under the bridge, it's okay to take an easier route. Go easy on yourself. Kim, that's perfect. That is so freaking perfect. Okay. Planning on moving around that time. Isn't that in the fall? That's hysterical. Uh-oh, Kimmy's lost me. I'm going to say hi and see if I've lost all of you guys. I hope I have not lost you all, because I don't know who's next. Say hi back to me. I don't know who's next. Hopefully I haven't lost everybody. You're welcome. Okay, I haven't lost everybody because June said thank you. So, where's my secretary? Carrie. Thank you. Hold on.
Did you see the garden box?
No, but I just thought of something for you. That you just sat down when that message came. So they're talking, that message is for you too. That you're going to be, there's something big, you're going to be reaping something around the fall season. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was listening to that. Did you see the garden box up there?
that you cleaned it?
I painted it.
Oh no, I haven't seen it. What's that floating in the water right there? Looks like a giant flag. It's a
I
tarp.
thought it might make your view a little nicer.
Oh,
It was black.
Thank
Now
you.
it's white.
Okay, this is an awesome one. This is for Carrie. I know there's a lapse. See, that there's always a delay in my life. This one I love. You're all gonna get why I love this one. Travel. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. I love this one because she is with her stag, and the stag is the divine masculine. I love this one, and she has lit all of the lights up on his. And somebody said to me before that, oh, that's Christmas time because Rudolph's got all the lights on there. And I say, no, it's not Christmas time because she's got summer flowers in her lap. And actually, she's got summer flowers down around her, but the leaves look like they're golden. And she's got a bouquet. She's wearing a white dress. So take all those things into effect. And the message, so what we think about that, now she's lighting the horns. So what it's talking about is you're soon going to be traveling to an important destination. Clearly you're going to learn and grow because new experiences bring on new things. It might be a spiritual place that you're going to. Now, there's maybe many spiritual places. There is, I've been talking about the Self-Realization Center in Encinitas. There's one in Pacific Palisades. My friends are going to Machu Picchu. My friend is in Machu Picchu. I would love to go there. Sedona's a power place. Shasta's a power place. You think of all the places where the ley lines are. Do you know that where I was in Boulder Creek, there's a vortex there? Huge vortex. I found out when I was up there. I forgot to tell you guys about that. So you could be going to a place like that. Or you may be going to a location where you're going to meet a specific person and maybe find your new residence. So Mohawk, or June, this would be for you too. So they want you to open your heart to travel. I'm open. I'm always open to that. And ask. Again, because we're dealing with the fairies deck, we're asking to ask the elementals to help us make this happen. Ask them to help with the finances, the details of everything, and most of all, enjoy yourself. It could be that you're going to be traveling with your career, like with my work. I feel like that's what I do. You know, this is for my spiritual work. I travel with it. I like this too because it says you may be taking people on tours. And I want to do land tours. That's my dream, right? So for you, it also says maybe go camping or go hiking. Yes, Kimmy. And it talks about reviving a relationship with a loved one on a vacation. Talks about taking a retreat in order to give your soul a shot in the arm. And again, we keep getting the same message to push yourself out of your comfort zone. So it's this wanting to stay in your nest, like me, wanting to stay holed up, and I push myself to come out here. And I'm hot, but I'm glad I'm out here. This is good. This is the movement. We've seen really cool messages, right? I found out that I'm going to have a fun 4th of July. I just finished saying I didn't want to be by myself. And you're traveling for training with your job on Thursday. How perfect is that? Okay, so you got to take into consideration everything that they're talking about, because traveling also, it doesn't mean that you have to travel far. Right? You could travel across town. You could travel astral travel. You could be traveling through your work, your spiritual work, in your higher dimensions. It could be in meditation. I astral travel all the time. I lucid dream. I was somewhere last night, and who did a reading for me? Somebody did a reading for me, and they drew a card, and I don't know what the card was. It's from the tarot, and I don't usually use tarot. I don't use tarot. And what it was talking about theft, but it was I think it might have been the 7 of Swords. There was a man running off with swords, and there was a purple elephant sitting in a puddle of mud. And she said, "You're the purple elephant," and it makes sense to me because I am. The elephant represents Ganesh, which is the obstacle remover. And what I heard in my dream last night was, "I'm going to buy a purple elephant. I'm so excited." That's what I heard, and I know what it means. It was just... So I traveled to a circus. I was literally, my life is a circus right now. So that's where I was. Okay, who was next? Who was next? I'll wait while I shuffle. I'll shuffle while I wait. I'll wait while I shuffle. I am shuffling on my feet. Hear me? Okay. Kimmy's my soul sister. Well, you all are, but Kimmy's my special soul sister. She made me this. Okay. Kimmy in my life, we mirror. She's my twin, actually. I think. Sometimes she's my twin, sometimes she's me. It's a trip. But we're very, very closely connected. And she's in Canada, and I'm Canadian, and we need to get together. We have put out to the universe for quite a long time that we need to get together. We need to do something together spiritually, absolutely. But we just need to get together. Okay, so Kimmy, your desire is within reach. I love having this for you. They want you to have faith because everything is working in your favor. And you see this little girl, something about the color purple. So I was moved, the sun's coming around, so I'm gonna have to flip sides. That's an interesting message to me. The sun's coming, so I'm gonna have to flip sides. The sun is the divine masculine. I'm gonna have to flip sides. Okay, I'm ready. Kimmy, this has something to do with your paint. I know what, yes, it has something to do with your painting. To me, because the color purple and they're showing me butterflies and flowers, I don't know if there is a painting that you have that has those colors in it, but there's something about that helping your manifestation come about. And music, something about music. She's playing a flute. So listening to, maybe there's certain songs that are going to be coming up. They're going to be giving you a clue. What else? What are these particular? You know what? They look like purple irises to me. Actually, no, there's different ones. I see pink and purple lilac, which is spring, and it's already spent. I mean, I think yours are already gone by now. I know ours are way gone. But there's something about irises, and there's something about, they're purple, but they're not, you know what they're, I don't know the name of them. I think they're called Coleus or Coleus, or they look like a, they look like the same type of a flower as the way what is that flower on my patio? What's the hothouse flowers that you see in the bright, big colors? They open up like a funnel. I've got it on my, I'll think about it. No, it's not a lily. It's called Coleus or Coleus or something like that. They're an annual. Something about that. Pay attention to that. And then, okay, so, what else am I seeing on here? The archangel that works with the color purple, is it Archangel Raphael? Not Raphael, I'm sorry, Raziel? Somebody, I'll have to look that up and I'll have to let you know, but there's something about that. But basically, Spirit says that they're working behind the scenes. So it's all about you playing. Maybe that's it too. Have fun in the garden. Have fun with your painting. Have fun with your music. Enjoy yourself. You don't, just like you said, it doesn't have to be that hard. You can take an easier route because Spirit's doing the job for you. You don't have to do, everything isn't up to us to take care of. And just because some things are invisible to our eyes doesn't mean things aren't happening behind the scenes, because they are. They're basically, maybe that's why they're showing me the plants too, because they, you know, things are growing when you don't see it at first. You put the seed, it takes a long time for the sprout. I mean, I realize this. I mean, blah, blah, blah. You say, Sherry, we've heard this all before. Okay. Basically, your desires are evolving. They're becoming a reality, and they want you to keep your thoughts positive. And again, the overwhelming theme for this entire session is no procrastination about something. Stop procrastinating. Give your fears and worries away. Ask for support and accept it when it's offered. Accept it when it's given to you. I'm learning to do that really, really well. Keep going with the steps that you've taken. Don't backtrack. They're going to take you in the direction that you meant to go. So that was your message. And I am flipping sides because I'm boiling. So now, all you get to see is me. Sorry. And I get to see the lake. Okay. Now, interesting. When I was on the other side, the angelfish was out front. And on this side, now he's the one who's got my back. I like that. Flip sides. Ooh, flip sides, because the divine masculine is coming and I'm going to flip sides. That means I'm going to allow myself to be carried. I'm going to allow myself to be supported. I like that. Okay. Who's next? Purple's your favorite color? Right on. The flower, I'm gonna find out what that flower is. Clematis. It's not a clematis. It's driving me insane because I know what it is. I'll have to look it up. He's saying avocado. They're not a purple flower on an avocado. They're white flowers, aren't they? Coleus or bugs. It's a really cool plant, and I got it because I like perennials. I like things that come back. I don't like cut flowers. Don't ever buy me a cut flowers. Buy me something that lives. And I don't even like annuals because they die after a year. I like perennials. So I bought this thinking it would come the next year, and it didn't. It died. So it talks about continuing to do the work, or you know, plant again and again. We're seeing another messenger. It's not very big for you guys to see him, but it's the big white crane. I love the big ones. The cranes and the herons, same family. Yeah, we had a little one. As soon as I came to the dock, right when I was setting up, I had one fly right down here, but she took off when I started talking, so I couldn't show you guys. Salvia, no, but salvia is a major drug. I got flipped out crazy high on that once. I didn't know that was happening, and that's when remember I told you how my Native American guide came forward and was very angry at me and I just got a message for myself. My Native American guide came forward and was really, really angry at me because I had done something, it was my own fault, and I was really, really scared. I'd done something stupid. That's what it was. My roommate wanted to know if I wanted to get high, wanted to smoke pot, and I said no. See, this is me again. I'm getting another message too. My lips are dying. It's about peer pressure because I didn't want to. And again, I got, oh, you're so boring since you become this spiritual person. You don't do anything. You don't get high. You don't have fun, blah, blah, blah. And he was laughing and laughing, and I thought, oh, all right. And then he says, oh, I don't have any pot. He goes, all I have is this. And I said, well, what is it? And he said, oh, it's just an herb. You can get it at Home Depot. It's salvia. And I know salvia because I've seen it. It's the purple flower. And I said, no, I don't do drugs. And he goes, it's not a drug. It's an herb. It's fine. But there's a lot of herbs that are very, very dangerous. And so anyway, he says, it just makes me laugh. And I didn't want to do it. The white butterfly just joined us and went by. Purity. So anyway, I ended up kind of capitulating, and I did it. And I literally only had time to hand him back the pipe, and I was gone. The whole room was rolling under. My tongue was rolling down my throat. It was the most terrifying experience of my entire life. I thought I was going to die. That's when the Native American guide came out. That's when Archangel Michael appeared to me for the first time. He didn't appear. He spoke to me, and it was the scariest experience of my life. And then I researched it the next day, and I talked to my ex-husband Ken, who's my best friend, and I said, "What the hell? What the hell?" And he said, "Sherry, that is so gnarly." He goes, "People jump out of windows. They commit suicide. They kill people." And I got to tell you, my highest dark night came out of me when that happened. I was trying to keep myself present. I was pinching my fingernails into my palms to keep myself present. And my roommate was talking to me, and I said, "Ken's here," because that's who I thought, because he was who I trusted. Ken's here. And my roommate said, "No, he's not." And I said, He is. I can hear him talking to me, because whoever it was, I trusted them. And no, he's not. And all of a sudden this voice came out of me, and I said, "Don't you speak." And whatever, and I wanted to kill him. I literally wanted to kill him. That anger came out in me. It was crazy. And he went to the other side of the room and said, "Please don't hurt me." And when I came through later, he said I was only gone 5 minutes. It felt like lifetimes, I'm telling you. And when I came back, he said to me, "I don't know who that was in you, but that wasn't you. And you scared the shit out of me." He goes, "I thought you were going to kill me." The look in my eyes and the voice that came out of me was demonic. And I got to tell you, drugs are gnarly, man. Don't mess with stuff. I didn't, oh. Look at me admitting all of my stuff to you guys. You're like, what kind of a spiritual teacher are you? Hey, you know what? I'm human. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, well, a terrible thing for a friend to do. I said to him, "How dare you, I was so angry. I said, "Don't you ever give something to somebody that you don't know how it will affect them." And it was my fault for being so innocent and for being so, what is the word? Naive. But the word, it's not even only that. I was I was naive, I was trusting, I was innocent, but I was also stupid because, and I also gave in to peer pressure. I didn't want to do it, and I did it anyway. I've done that twice. Once when I got my DUI, and then, you know, I knew not to do it, and I was both with somebody who deals with drugs, and I don't. So that was another message to me. Yes, I know someone in my life that somebody that he trusted, he took something from them, it caused him to trip out and caused a lot of horrible things to happen, and that person should have known better than to take advantage of this person who was innocent and naive, and it hurt him. So I gotta let go of that anger, don't I? I'm still holding on to it. Hi, Phoebe. Okay, Dawn, thank you. Then Mavis, then Joy. Hi, Joy. Oh, Christina has to go. Can somebody else take over being secretary? Oh, Cherish will. Thank you. Do I have those poppy seeds stuck in my teeth? I hope not. I gotta do this. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, chia seeds. Why did I say poppy seeds? Oh, I know. I just got another message. What is the drug that poppies are made from? I mean, what opium?
Opium.
What is that? Is it heroin?
Poppies.
But what is the drug?
Heroin.
Heroin. Wow.
Or opium, heroin.
How can you take heroin besides in your arm?
Eat it.
You can eat it?
Yeah. Smoke it.
Smoke it, eat it. So that was my message. That's what they did. Heroin.
And use methadone as a replacement.
And then meth. Oh my God. Why would you ever go there? See, no, that's not a mistake. I mean, I don't know. How could you be given that without knowing? I watched somebody put it in a smoothie of someone that I love, a drug. I saw a powder, a white powder, put in the smoothie, and they were not aware of it. They were trying to get the person in the party mood, and it literally tripped them out and did something really horrible to them. And I got to tell you that for people like us who are very open, I'm affected very, very strongly, and so, wow, so I was right. I was right. God, that sucks. Okay, my teeth are shiny white. No, they're not white. They need to be. God. Yes, Phoebe, you can have your reading. So who is next? Do we say? I'm so sorry. Dawn. I gotta get moving and stop talking so much, or we're gonna run out of battery. So Dawn, they want you to say positive affirmations. It's very, very important to lift up your thoughts, to lift up your energy, to attract to what it is that you want to bring to you, for manifestation. Constantly, I say a lot myself. Whenever I wake up and I'm feeling not good, or whenever there's something that's not going the right way, usually it's when I wake up and I'm not feeling good, or when I feel like I'm feeling pretty hopeless. That's when you start saying the positive affirmations. She's sitting on a new moon, so that's when we put out our new wishes, right? So it's talking about speaking about only what you wish to bring about, because that's what you do when you put out your wishes, and that's when the new moon. And she's got stars in her lap. So when you're speaking your affirmations, this is what I'm getting from this. When you're speaking your affirmations, shoot for the moon, because what you'll get will be at least among the stars. That's what I feel. So ask for more. So your body, whatever it is that you're asking about your body, my body is fit, firm, and supple. I like that. Ooh, that sounds so sexy. I embrace my sexuality. I am a positive influence, energy, and whatever it is, I feel fantastic, even when you don't. Don't say, oh my gosh, I'm sick and tired. Or if you're saying you're hot, like I am, imagine yourself being smoking hot. I am smoking hot. Whatever it is, make your affirmations the way you want them to be, because that's how you increase your manifestation. It increases the feed, it increases the speed of your manifestations coming to you. It increases your energy, which is going to bring everything positive to you. It increases your self-confidence, because your body believes what we tell it. We as women especially have said such negative things about our bodies for so many years that our bodies will now mirror that. So if we start telling ourselves how fantastic we are, everything about ourselves, our bodies will, at first we don't believe it, but fake it until you make it. That's the truth. And once you start speaking it, the music's getting loud. Can you hear that? Wow, that is like literally across the lake. It's party time over there. They want you can read positive affirmations if you don't know if you can't think of anything, just go to positive affirmations. Buy yourself a positive affirmation book. My mom always had one of those positive affirmation calendars. So every day you tear it off, there's the positive affirmation. I still have one or two of hers that are on my refrigerator. It could also have to do with the importance of reading literature that's uplifting, or meditation always, because anytime you're connecting with spirit, it's positive. And as you stay positive, everything becomes more positive in your life. Also, what you're asking about, a particular situation in your life, and this is for everyone too, right? It depends on your remaining optimistic. It depends. You can slow it down. You can squeal it to a stop if you continue to dwell in negative energy. If you hold on to positive energy, it's going to happen. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Let spirit figure out how it's going to happen. Follow the cues. When they give you clues to move forward, do it. Do what they ask you to do. But it's going to work out. Everything's okay. Tell yourself, all is well. All is well. Everything is working in my highest good. The universe is on my side. The entire universe is conspiring to make this happen for me. And especially important is it's important to think, pay attention to what you think about, what you speak about, but very important to what you write as well. So every time you do one of those things, it's an affirmation. So if you can speak and write your affirmation out, you are seeing it, hearing it, speaking it, and physically doing it. That adds extra boost, punch to it. Okay? That's your message. It's Mavis now, right? And then Joy. Mavis. I have a chia seed in my mouth. You know what? And I did this. I'm in love with this chia water, and I hope this may be the time that I get the black seeds in my face. This is really good to do, this combination on a hot day like this. It keeps you hydrated. Okay. Mavis. Mavis. Spring. Okay. We are not in spring. It says your desires will fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. You may be in a colder climate where you have more spring-like weather. Or it might be talking about you're about to spring forward. Or it might be talking about a new beginning. Or it might be talking that it will be next spring that this particular thing comes forward. That whatever it is that you're asking about will manifest during that time. She is, look at her sitting in an open rose bush. And she's, I'm thinking right now, the weather in Wisconsin, I don't know what the weather is right now. No, I guess it's summer there too. But the butterfly is what I'm noticing. So the butterfly is, don't chase it, right? If you allow the butterfly to land softly on your shoulder, that's how you allow things to come to you. It also talks about, now you will have the benefits before that time, but if it isn't until next spring that this manifestation occurs, keep moving forward. Look how fast the year is. It's already July 4th, for God's sake. They want you to stay faithful in this because they can see behind the scenes. They can see things moving behind the scenes. Again, spring, because they're talking about new beginnings, it could be talking about pregnancy, birth, adoption. Again, remember, birth of a new project, birth of a new relationship, birth of a child. It talks about, because new beginnings at projects, they talk about creative energy. It could be telling you that your project that you have begun is going to be successful. Because of the flowers, they could be talking about flower essences. I use rose water. I spray rose water on my face every day. Also, the essential oils, the geranium oil, lavender oil, it'd be good for you to work with those as far as, because they're incredibly healing and they help you quite a bit. They want you to open yourself up to new beginnings, because a lot of times we just have to say, okay, I'm open. I'm open. You make this happen. I'm open. So if the flower, she's sitting in the middle of the flower, just like I said to my twin, I'm ready. I'm open. I am. And remember, what did I say? I said something about, it was a message that we had. It was one of the fairy messages, and it talked about how she will open up the lily that comes up through the mud, the lotus flower that comes up through the mud. She's come up through this horrible thing, but when she reaches for the sun, which is the divine masculine, which is forward movement, which also could represent the divine masculine himself, when she reaches for the sun, then she opens up and she becomes this beautiful flower that she always wanted to be and he always wanted her to be. So it talks about that because she's literally sitting in the center of this open flower saying, I'm ready. So it talks about saying to the universe, I am open. It talks about diving into a fresh start, like leap of faith that Spirit keeps talking to us. It also says spring cleaning in your office or in your home, your bedroom. It's a really good idea. I've done this recently as well. That helps the energy get moving. Maybe you will uncover things that need to be gone. Like, remember I uncovered that old wedding ring that needed to get the hell out of my life. So spring cleaning right now would be very beneficial. Whatever your body reacted to, that's your message. I'm sorry I can't see a lot. Lantana, I love the smell of lantana. Sweet potato purple. You know, it looks like a morning glory. It looks Coleus. It's called Coleus. Coleus. Somebody look it up or I'm going to lose my mind. Because there's something stuck on my lip. I can feel it. There's something about the Coleus. Maybe we just need to get a message from the Coleus. Okay, so I got to go and find out where we're at. Yes, Phoebe can have one. Joy. Okay, so Joy. You are a joy. What a perfect name to be given. You know what I also realized? This is interesting. And I don't know why I'm supposed to say this, but my whole life I've loved country music. And when I got divorced, I dyed my hair dark. I'm a natural blonde, like a strawberry blonde. I dyed my hair dark. And I went to the dark side. And I stopped listening to country music because it made me sad. And I love all music, I really do. But there's something about country music down home. I don't know what it is, and makes me happy. And I'm hearing it right now. So maybe, you know, I want to get to the place in my life. That's another message about music. That when it affects you in a negative way, don't listen to it. So there's a lot of, you know, left my house, left my dog, left my wife. You know, a lot of things going wrong because country music talks about real life. You know, and there's a lot of sadness. So I thought, I don't want to hear that, you know, so I stopped listening to it. But maybe I just need to start going back and finding out I'm happy of something about the country. Anyway, we all know I love the country. So thanks for playing that, guys. It was a positive song. Joy. You love country music? Okay. So, Joy, ask for what it is you want. I know what you want. Ask for it. Remember, we're going to ask for the moon. Remember, Joy? Oh my God. $700. Let the universe and the people know what you need. Let them know. Don't assume that they know what you want or what you need. I want my twin. I want him back. I want a phone call. I want an email. I want him to get going. It's time. That's what I want. I want my hiking partner. So the universe needs to know our desires specifically. So get really detailed before they can deliver it to us. You know, if we are giving them like a vague idea, we'll get like a vague response. But if we give them specific information, I want to be living with my partner. I want to travel with my partner. I want to do my spiritual work with my partner. I want to hug my partner. I want to kiss him. I want to hold him. I want to hold his hand. I want to laugh. I want to splash water in the canoe. Get very specific with what you want to do. And with my life partner, let's put it that way, with my love of my life, because I could get that, because you could get what you're asking for with someone else. Like, I'm about to have a barbecue and hang out with my landlord, who likes me, and he's very nice, but that's not who I want to be doing this with, right? So the universe is delivering, but maybe I was too broad, too sweeping in my requests. So for you, get very, very specific about what you want. And what they're saying for you specifically is that, and like I told you, your specific situation requires action on your part. So get really clear on what it is that you desire first. You have to get it really clear, get very specific. I laugh because I say to women and men when they call about relationships and you know, about making a list about what they wanted. My ex-husband, he met every single thing. Actually, not my ex-husband, I'm sorry. He was a friend. The love of my life met everything that I had ever asked for, except for emotionally available. I forgot to put emotionally available. So it's very important that you get very, very specific. And then the universe will give you, you know, what you're asking for or what is better for you. They want you to be honest with the people in your life. Tell the universe again, you know, make a list of the specific things that you want. That would be your positive affirmations too. They want you to have a heart-to-heart talk with someone about your needs, about your boundaries. This is very important, about what you expect. You may have different ideas. Maybe you're worried for no reason. Maybe that's all that needs to happen, is there just needs to be a conversation. Hey, you know what? I would like this, but not right now. Or maybe, you know, slowly, or, you know, we'll work towards that, or let's try this first, or fine. Just get the conversation going. Just you know, get clear on what it is that you want. And again, ask others to help you. Don't think that you have to be Wonder Woman or Superman, right? You ask others to help and expect that they will. And then when they do offer, allow them to help. Like, I was offering to do all of this for my landlord, right? I was going to go buy everything. And he's like, I already got it. And you know what? I've tried so hard for so long to not accept things from people, and I am doing it. I am accepting everything. I feel almost greedy because I'm accepting everything now. I'm like, thank you when people compliment me. I've never done that before. I'm saying thank you when people give me a gift. I'm saying thank you when they offer something for me, and I'm just taking it. And I gotta tell you, it feels, it's kind of exciting. I mean, it's a lot exciting because the fact that I'm able to do it, you know? So do that. Allow them to help when they do. And most of all, expect a positive outcome. I don't know how this is gonna get fixed. I don't know how this is going to come about, but I know that it is. I have faith that it is, and I know that it's going to be the best for everyone involved. That's your message. I don't know who's next because I can't see my screen. I can't see my screen. Joy, then Phoebe. Phoebe. All right, Phoebe. Phoebe is, what's interesting is the black Phoebe is a bird, and it's a flycatcher. It is a bird that, so I always, whenever I see Phoebe, it makes me happy because it's someone, the flycatcher is removing the obstacles. The flycatcher is getting the irritants and taking them away. I like that. Okay. Oh my God, we just had a night heron fly up. That's unheard of. See him right there? Oh my gosh. That's amazing. To see a night heron come during the day and fly right up to me like that, that's a huge, huge, huge message. My night heron is gonna come to me. What are you saying? Hold on, sorry. Okay, Cherish said it's me next. So Phoebe, I'm doing now, right? Or right? And then Cherish? Well, that's how I'm doing it because that's what I see. If my secretary wants to correct me, they'll have to correct me after that. So this is Phoebe's message. My poison oak is really disgusting. It's weeping and it's so disgusting. It's like, so whoever it was that burned me is literally sad and weeping at this moment. That doesn't make me happy. It makes me uncomfortable, and I don't like other people sad either, but damn, you burned me bad, you know? It's healing, but it's weeping, so tears are good. That's just a message I got. Okay, Phoebe. God, there's people out kayaking, and goodbye to the old and hello to the new. You've finished one part of your life, and now a new and better part is coming. So she's literally got her hands up and she's basically saying, peace out, see you later. She or he. She's got her feet. Now that flower I know. Hibiscus. She's got her feet sitting in the hibiscus. So the hibiscus is a hothouse flower. Delicate. Her feet are in the hot. So that's interesting to me. So this could represent a man or a female for you, Phoebe, but because remember yesterday I was sitting and doing that reading and Liger was licking my feet, and they call me the hothouse flower, and he was licking my feet. So her feet are in the hothouse flower. So that's the hothouse flower represents somebody who's delicate, who's timid. I'm laughing my ass off right now because I wish you guys could see this. Running down the hill on the other side of the lake, I know you can't see it, is a giant dinosaur. It literally ran down the hill up behind the guy. It's hysterical. And he's throwing balls back and forth to somebody else. The thing is about 10 feet tall. Right now the Marine Patrol goes by, so the police go by. So that represented the police. Okay, I get that message. Thank you. I'm getting so many messages, I love it. Okay, so Phoebes. Phoebes! Hello to the new. Let go of the old. Goodbye to the old. So maybe you've been feeling anxiety. Maybe you've been feeling a sense of loss, because you know there's always, even when you want to move on to something else, it's always hard for me to leave a situation. Like I'm ready to move on with my twins somewhere, but I'll be sad to leave here. You know, there's always something that's difficult about letting go. But they want you to understand that the present situation that you're in is teaching you. It's teaching you very, very valuable life lessons. And you're going to take all the wisdom that you have learned, everything, and you're going to take it with you. You're going to meet new people. There's going to be new work. There's going to be new situations. They want you to be open to the change. I know that you are. You've talked to me about it. But there's blessings for everyone involved. And they're telling you that you don't need to worry, that your future has been taken care of. You might be moving into a new home. They show a job promotion upcoming, or some kind of something to do with work. Could be there's a relationship aspect in your life that is ending. A transition that is very noticeable. They want you to let go of any unhealthy patterns that you've been holding on to. And they want you to make the time, take the time and make the time to work on healing what's hurt you. And allow someone to help you heal. Because we heal together, and when it's not weakness to allow someone else to take that, to hold you and to embrace you and allow you to, because when you do that, it's also helping them to have that same energy and healing as well. So together you heal. So allow others in. I can't see. No, I've got to rephrase that. Maybe that's why I have a difficult time seeing. My sunglasses are smeared. There's a fog over my lens. I need to clean it. I need to clear it. So, and now things are crystal clear. So maybe there's something that you need to, maybe you're looking at something through rose-colored glasses, or you're looking at something and you're not quite seeing it the way it really is. Listen to what Spirit's telling you, because that is the way it is. I just heard in my head, it's party time. It's party time. And it has nothing to do with 4th of July, because when I get messages in my head, when I hear things like that, that's straight from Spirit. So that was your message, sweets. I almost called you Sweet Pea. That was interesting. I call my kids Sweet Pea. I call my cat Sweet Pea. I call the people that I love Sweet Pea. So that's a compliment. Who's next, guys? Remember, it was Cherish, right? Wait, was it Cherish? Yes, it's Cherish, right? Okay. That was your card, hon. Okay. Okay, they keep on talking, drawing conclusions. They call it a problem. I call it a solution. That's what the song is saying. Listen, that's your message. They keep on talking, they call it a problem, I call it a solution. And then I heard it's a happy conclusion. That's a country song, I don't know what it is, but that was a message. Okay, Cherish, heal. Okay, energy healing surrounds this situation right now. This is a beautiful card, I love this message. I love the fact that we're not getting repetition, we're getting a different message for everybody. And healing, healed, healer. So the situation that you're inquiring about, you see, angels are taking care of it. They're literally divine intervention, which I love. I ask for divine intervention. We need to ask for divine, maybe you need to ask for divine intervention. Because we have our team, our spiritual team, and our angels and our archangels around us at all times. But they will stand next to us saying, just ask us. And we may forget to ask, I need your help. I specifically say, I would like divine intervention. I would like you, Father, to choose which one of your archangels or which one of the angels on earth, the earth angels, are necessary at this time, and bring them forward. And right as I say that, the white heron comes forward. Now, the white heron, now again, I'm going to tell you, the white heron represents Standing on your own 2 feet, independence, jack of all trades. The blue hair and the white hair and the cranes, they're all, the white cranes, they're all of the same family. So they all talk about standing on your own. They all talk about self-reliance. So the one that is going to help, or maybe it's you, they're also I'm hearing in my head, because of independence, healer, heal thyself. What do you need to do to heal yourself? We've been given all kinds of things, positive affirmations, flower essences, calling in our spiritual team, relying on people, asking for help, allowing others to help, listening to the messages that Spirit brings us. These are all the things that we can do to help heal ourselves. I'm a Reiki master, so I use Reiki. I do Reiki on my twin soul. I use my cats, and that way I get it, they get it, and he gets it. It's a gift that I have. Use your gifts, whatever your gifts are, use them to heal the situation. They also want you to know that your prayers are being answered at this moment. You are being heard. They also tell you that you have healing abilities that you can use to benefit the situation that perhaps you're not using. And also, as I said, to help other people heal, because often when we're caught up on our own stuff, Doreen Virtue has a saying that I love. I adopted it, and it's when you're nervous, focus on service. So when you're stressed out about what's going on in your life, do something to help other people. So my lip gloss is completely melted into a big pile of mush. But I'm talking so much, my lips are drying out. What else? Healing, healed, healer. Healing, healed, healer. They keep showing me the barn swallow, Joy. I'm getting very emotional right now because the person that you are inquiring about, or perhaps yourself, is at this moment experiencing that healing. I like that message. Also, what we see is a delay. Remember there's always a delay, and I kept saying, why does that keep coming up? Why do I always see a delay? Because in the physical world, there's a delay. In spirit, it's already healed. There's a delay before we are able to see that. So, in fact, in reality, it has already healed. So don't look at yourself, the situation, or the one that you love in a place of needing healing. They are already healed. So, in a positive affirmation, you could say, thank you for healing this situation. Thank you for bringing healing to the one that I love. Thank you for healing the one I love. There's so much emotion around that. Also, maybe you need to take up some kind of a healing course. Or Phoebe, I don't know why I'm getting this for Phoebe. Work at a healing center. Work at a place where that is can be accomplished. I'm sorry that just came out for Phoebe. And then you think about the different ways that people can use their healing abilities. I have friends that are musicians. They sing, they play guitar. That is very healing. So Phoebe likes to sing. I'm sorry I'm bringing up Phoebe. Phoebe likes to sing. So do I. People who, so you can write songs that are about healing. They're telling me to get my song out, the one that I wrote, because it's healing. Listen to healing music. I'm listening to a song, sorry. It's Blake Shelton. I love Blake Shelton. I don't know, I just like the good old boys, you know? I said to Spirit, just bring me a good old American boy. That was your message. I thought I was going to get a message on this for you, but it's too personal, so I'm just going to let it hang out with me and Blake. So that was your message. No, Phoebe, you don't need healing. You are healed. You are already healing. That's why you're supposed to say to Spirit, I thank you for the healing. Thank you for healing me. Thank you for this healing energy. Help me use my situation, the situation that I'm in, so that I can be of help to others who are going through the same kind of challenge that I have experienced. Don't say the things you don't want to have happen. Only speak about what you want to bring about. Okay, who's next? Barn swallows. Yes, Joy, barn swallows. Remember, what's the message for barn swallow again? I should know it. It's my totem. Who's next? Okay, I did cherish, so man, I'm smelling pot. Big time. We just had he's got yellow feet. He's got bright yellow feet. Look at his yellow feet. I love him. Hi, guy. Isn't he cool? I never get tired of the birds. I love the birds. The big birds. Oh, look at my barn swallow. Joy, tell us what the barn swallow means again, because he's dive bombing me like crazy. It's a really good message. I just can't remember it. Hope, much hope. Oh, that's right. They're harbingers of hope. The barn swallow. Thank you. The swallow itself. Oh, a good message, because San Juan Capistrano is right up over the hill from where I live, right up over the Ortega Mountains. Such a beautiful drive up Ortega Mountains. I love it. And on the other side is San Juan Capistrano, and that's where the swallows come. They come home for summer. And so when you see there, and as I say that, there's one going by right there. That's one of the swallows from San Juan Capistrano. And as they come home, I saw them earlier. That means that they're a hope that something's coming. But once you start seeing them come in full force, that means summer is here. So they are harbingers or bringers of hope for the situation. And they're all around us right now, not only the barn. Oh, so it also means to me, the love of my life used to live near San Juan Capistrano. And right as they say that, he comes back. And so, I don't know, maybe that means he's come home. I'm seeing they're just everywhere. I'm just watching barn swallows swoop all over me, and then the big swallows too. So hope is here. So hold on to it. Who's next? Nobody's asking? All right, I'm gonna take a drink. Actually, you know what? Let's look at the lake. Don't look at me. While everybody figures out and I wait for the delay, you guys can watch. God, the police just went by again. You know what? The police are in front of the party boat. So the police are in front of the party boat. So the police are going away, and the party boat's coming up behind. So you know what? The police were retreating. So whoever it is, my twin told me the police are not the police. I know who they are. They're going that way, and the party boat's coming behind them. So it's all calm waters. So just relax already. Everything's good. This guy's about to do a backflip off of the diving board. I love that. Let's do it, buddy. Can you see him? I'm waiting for you guys to tell me. Look at all the barn swallows. See, they're everywhere. And a dragonfly just went by too. Okay, buddy, do it. Oh, he jumped down. I used to do backflips into my pool, and then I would do the one where you would you'd stand backwards on the diving board, and then you would jump back and dive down like front ways. And one time I smacked my chin. Oh my God, it was gnarly. I'm gonna get high just standing here. I'm telling you, there's so much pot going on around here right now, and I'm so sensitive now that if I start totally start dancing and rocking out, you're gonna know I am partying. Actually, I just feel like this. I'm just happy. Okay. Who's next? Nobody's saying anything. Did I lose you all? What does a dragonfly symbolize? Oh, dragonfly means hold on to your dreams. Dragonfly says see past the illusion. It talks about skimming over your emotional waters. It means, is there a dream that you've let go of? Go after it again. It talks about, because the dragonfly is a symbol of the water and of the air, so it talks about balance between the material and the spiritual. Dragonflies are beautiful. I'm talking about my twin again. He's a blue dragonfly. I wanted to not be a blue dragonfly anymore, though, because blue, okay, so no, he is a blue dragonfly. I took it negatively. A blue dragonfly would represent peacefulness, calm. The red dragonfly that we see you don't see very often. The red dragonfly symbolizes a rebirth, someone coming back, a relationship coming back. It also represents someone who has crossed over into spirit, sending their love. It also talks about, oh, dragonfly. Dragonfly has so many symbols. Kimmy, you know what dragonfly? You've got a dragonfly on you. I need to get a tattoo, I just heard. Wow, you know what? They really hurt. but I think I've got a giant mermaid on my stomach, and I said I would never do it again because it's so huge, and it was, oh God. I had surgery. I had an emergency hysterectomy years ago, and I have a slice from hip to hip. It's a very faded scar now, but I have no feeling on my stomach, which is a real bummer. I can feel pressure, but I don't feel like that, so I did it. I thought, oh, I can do this. Oh, no, no. When I started doing it, it referred pain all over the place. I thought I was gonna die. And I have a little tiny cat tattoo on my hip, but I feel like when I get with my twin, I want a tattoo. I want to mark something, him and I want it. And maybe it's a dragonfly. I don't know. It's definitely a dragon because we're dragons. Okay. Hi. You're feeling awful? No, don't say that. This is where we have such positive energy. Look it, check it out. We are at the lake. People are swimming. I'm going to go in the water today. You know what? You're feeling awful. Let's take care of that right now. Let's take care of that right now. We're going to change your attitude right now. I'm wondering how I can do this. I'm gonna try something. You guys are gonna think I'm insane. But what's new, right? It's not like that isn't the case. So we're gonna do something. I'm gonna change your attitude. Okay. First of all, everybody say hello to, who was it that just said that to me? Who just said that? Who just told me I feel awful? Luciana. Everybody, send Luciana love right now. Say, I love you. We're sending love to you right now. Say that. You want to see how I change my mood? Woo! I slipped. Okay, hold on. Beware of moss, of slippery moss. Okay, I'm wearing summer clothes, so it doesn't matter. I told you I wanted to get in the water. So, okay, we are now in the water. Okay, we're gonna do our reading out here. And I'm gonna have to be careful of my phone, so I might have to go. This is how you change your mood. This is how you alter your perception. You're not feeling good? Do something. Do something fun. Do something spontaneous. Do something to lift your spirits. Do something to cool off. I brought my little waterproof bag, and I've got my cards in here. And I'm gonna take us over where I can use the side of the boat for shade. There. Okay, so now I can read what you're saying. Okay. I'm looking at you underneath the boat. I love you. How nice of you guys. You guys are all awesome. Okay, so who's next? Tell me who's next. I'm gonna paddle us around. Oh my God, the water feels insane. This is a really cool little container that I have. It's waterproof, and I have my cards in it. Let's just all ask that I don't drop my phone in the water, because this is a one of those waterproof cases, but it won't float. So, and I don't want to get it too hot. So who's next? Yes. Kimberly wants a reading for Stacy. Wow, that's cool, because that's a reading for my love too. So yes, absolutely. Ooh, let's go in here. Oh, this is super cool. So my landlord, his boat got messed up. Oh, I can't fit. I thought I could fit. I was gonna try and go inside underneath the boathouse. I think I could fit. I can make it fit. There! Oh my God, I gotta turn this around though. Okay, you guys, seriously? There, now I'm stable. I'm literally in a boathouse. I'll show you. I'm in the boathouse. I'm on the boat ramp. I'm wedged on my little floaty thing. So now, remember I said I wanted to get into the water? So, if you want something to happen, do something about it. That's our message. Okay. I know, no, dropping the phone in the water. I won't now because I'm all set up. Okay, so now we're gonna do a reading for Stacy. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said his name. Sorry, Kimmy. Oh, best song ever. We have Kid Rock. All summer long, Kid Rock's playing. Right on. Can you hear it? Oh wow, this is talking to me about the love of my life. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to put you guys down so I can shuffle my cards. Oh, I'll just hold you between my knees. There we go. This is hysterical. I have never done a reading like this. Okay. This is a good song. We didn't have no internet. Never will forget how the moonlight shines upon her hair. We were smoking funny things. Oh, wow. Patience, Kimmy. Don't you want to just spit? Okay, but patience has got a couple of different meanings. What you're asking about is coming about. Have patience as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. Well, we know this. Now, what's interesting is look at the butterfly on her finger. I had a dream recently, and I said to my twin, put your finger out. No, you know what, my twin, it wasn't a butterfly, it was dragonflies. There were dragonflies all around my twin. And I said, and he said, look at the dragonflies. And I said, if you put your finger out, very quietly, maybe one will come and sit on you, on your finger. And so he put his finger out, and then I said, I've got to go, and I left him to be. So the message is, let it be, allow it to come and rest, just like a butterfly rests upon your shoulder. Which of course, you know, that's for him. So this is his message. So what it is that he's looking for is coming about. And he needs to have patience in what it is that he's wanting to achieve. They're also saying, but there's another message to this. And you're going to have to use your own intuitive skills to understand what the message is. You know, wait, tell me when your body gets a flush, or when I get splashed with water, or when I get knocked, or, oh my God, you guys look! Did you see them? Did you see them? Tell me you saw the mommy and her 3 tiny baby ducklings. 3, full circle completion. Higher self, self, and spirit. Spirit, you, and Stacy. All 3. Mother is, oh wow, and I'm getting splashed right now. I'm getting splashed and rocked around right now. Remember I said when I get splashed? When I get splashed? Oh my God, that's the message. That's the message. Spirit is leading the way. Like a mother tends her baby chicks, so I will take you and carefully hold you under my wing. Oh my God, that's a quote from the Bible. I know it's not like right on, but it's been years. So for Stacy, I'm getting a few different messages. Either he'll receive the money he's asking for, or whoever it is, somebody is going to receive the money that they're needing. They want you to stay positive. Also for Stacy, and this is for you, Kim, and right now I can see you, you're about to jump and do a high five in the air with spirit. It says that the relationship with your soulmate will soon be manifesting fully. And also, the message is, wait, wait before making the move that you're thinking about. Is that what it is? Or is it, hold on, making the move? It's not about moving forward, because that they want you to do. If you're thinking about moving somewhere, wait before making a move on the topic. So there's a topic. There's something for him that he's thinking about doing, and they want him to wait on that. Patience also means that things are almost finished, almost tied up. So that's his message. Woo! Man, did you guys, can you tell me, did you see the baby ducks with the mommy? See, now if I hadn't have come out into the water and come into a place like this, there's no way she would have come that close so that I could see that. Did you see how baby those babies were? Now that's another message. Remember I told you I was giving birth to a baby boy? He was just a baby. And it's just not him that's brand new. That means the relationship is new too. There's 3 things and all of them are brand new. So brand new of the relationship, brand new of a new home, brand new work, brand new. There's 3 brand new things that are already moving through their emotional water, and Spirit is guiding it and Spirit is leading the way. Oh wow. Such freaking awesome messages, and completely sheltered, and they were following very close, right behind Mommy. So Mommy is the mother father, right? Is our mother father. So just as in the Bible how it says, just like a mother duck gathers her little chicks under her wing, so I will protect you and keep you safe. So there's no reason for fear or worry. What a beautiful message. You saw them? Oh, I'm so excited. I kind of want to go out there, except for now it's getting gnarly on this lake. There's so many people partying out here. Check it out. This is actually, okay, so what does it mean, you guys, that I came out on my emotional waters? I literally just dove in, right? I dove in with my clothes on. My clothes are on. I dove into the water with my clothes on. And what was interesting is I said, I'm going down there, but I didn't realize that somebody had left. This isn't my floaty. That just washed up on shore. So the boat's going to arrive. Just start going. The boat's going to arrive. Just make your move. You're going to be carried out of your emotional waters. And I came out here, and then when it starts to get a little choppier, the sun starts to get a little too hot, what's there available for me? An empty boathouse. So it's telling us that no matter what it is that we think that, you know, I'm afraid to do this, Mom, you know, and Mom's trying to push you out of the nest. I'm afraid to do this, Mom. What if? Stop the what ifs. Everything is going to be delivered to you. When Spirit tells you to move forward, they will make your way. They will show you what you need to do, where you need to go. You will be guided, and things will miraculously appear. Just like the universe opens up windows where there were once only walls. We see walls, the universe sees no walls. There's no blockages. I am Ganesh. I am the obstacle remover. So you are the obstacle remover. Because the faith that I have is so strong, I don't see obstacles. And I am now sitting inside a shaded boathouse, part of this whole party scene, fully clothed, safe. My deck is safe. I'm doing a reading. I'm hanging out with the people I love. Everything's cool. Risk and Spirit will make you see it all can happen. Right, what is that? What do they say? Take the leap of faith. Jump off, and you will either learn to fly or we will catch you on the way down. So if you start to fall, we will catch you. But those babies, those baby ducks, they were moving across the water, and the water started getting really choppy. I don't know if you noticed that, but the water was really getting choppy, and Mom said, okay, come on, let's go. And where did she take them? She brought them around out from there, away from all of them, and brought them into safe harbor, because this is a little cove. So when things start getting a little too much for you, Spirit will guide you to safe harbor. You're going to be brought to a place that's safe. So I already know that my twin's going to take a risk. I already know that. I saw that chipmunk running across the highway, and he was scared, but he took a risk, and he was safe. I was praying for that chipmunk's safety, and he was safe. So the risk that we take, even though we feel it's a risk, it's instead of looking at it as a risk, we need to look at it as an excitement, right? Because this is exciting. It's fun. Look what I just did. It was totally fun. I love that I did this. Okay. Anybody else? This is a long reading. I was going to work today. Do you realize that? I'm so glad I came outside. I'm so glad I didn't. So if you're feeling awful, get outside. Jump in somebody's borrowed floaty and in your clothes and go out on the lake and do a reading for somebody else. Oh, they started that song up again. All summer long. It was 1989. You know what? I got to think of what year it was when we met. What was the year 20 years ago? Can somebody tell me what the year was 20 years ago? What, 2007? No, 20 years ago. 1997? Wow, and we met at the end of the year. So that is pretty much right. That's a trip. Okay. Luciana. Yes, absolutely, reading for you. I'm holding you between my knees. So we didn't have no internet. I think that's why I haven't heard from my twin. I don't think he has internet. He needs to find it or get a hold of me somehow. Go to an internet cafe and send an email through LinkedIn. How about that? Come meet me at so-and-so location. All right. Wow. Okay. Winter. Lots of messages come to mind with this. The answers to your questions and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months, or in a place where there's snow in the winter. Or I see this woman and this unicorn. She's got her finger up to her chin like she's thinking. Now it could be represent a man. The unicorn could represent a female or a male. The female could represent a male or a female. This one of them is thinking. They're both on frozen emotion, but they're thinking about something. So something is about to take place. It could be, let's just do it straight and honest, that it could be that what you're asking about comes to full culmination in the winter time, in the winter months. It could mean that you're moving to a place where there's snow or a colder climate. It could mean that you need to chill out. You do need to chill out. You need to relax. What else? It could mean, what else could it mean? Trying to think of all the different things that it could mean. I'm at a block right now. Winter months. Okay, so cool. So, Ayurvedic diet, is that the word? Ayurvedic diet? I can't say that word right. That came to mind because I think that has to do with cooling your inner self. But they want you to, if it is that your desires fully manifest in the winter months, they want you to continue, obviously thinking in positive ways, continue with your positive affirmations. So cooling down, chilling down, maybe it means you need to rest. Maybe it means, things need to cool down. So if there is something that's hot, like say you've got an issue with people, say family members, things are hot between family members, or if maybe something's been hot between some friend, it talks about connecting with them. Also, winter would be going to sleep, right? You think about hibernation, right? So maybe it's time to take a retreat. Maybe it's a completion of a project. The fact that you need to cool down or chill out means respect your body's needs. Maybe you have come to my twin when he said to me he was. I saw him as the silver wolf with snow on his nose, beautiful silver wolf with snow on his nose, and I said, I'm sorry that you're still feeling so cold. And he said, I'm trying to warm to the touch. So allow that to happen. Stop procrastinating. Don't wait for somebody to save you. Do what you need to do. Move out of the space that you're in. Like I said, it could be that you're moving to a cooler location, or maybe you're supposed to plan a retreat or plan a special visit during the holiday months. Ayurvedic is coming to mind. Ayurvedic. Oh, there's the night heron, right when I said that. Okay, so the night heron, this is a message for you specifically, Luciana. Look up under Google, night heron totem, because he came by right then and he was in flight. And when I said Ayurvedic diet, so an Ayurvedic diet has to do with the night heron. Those are messages for you. They're also messages for me, so I need to remember this. I'll remember this when I go to post this later. Frozen emotions, absolutely, that's what it is, frozen emotions. That's why my wolf, but my wolf, he only had a little bit on his nose, and he said he was trying to warm to the touch. So I don't think that his emotions are frozen right now. I think that it's other things, other issues that came up. God, this water feels amazing. So water, cooling water. The water feels amazing on my body. So I feel like maybe you need to take a cool bath, a cool sea salt bath, or go to a cool lake, go into the water. Cooling, and something about cooling and water and your body. That's why the Ayurvedic came up, because that's about cooling foods. Anybody else? Anybody else? Let's take a look at the lake, see what else is going on out here. Wow, look at all the people. Major party. Do something fun for yourself. Do something to lift your spirits. Take it upon yourself. A little butterfly went by right as I said that. So lighten up. Lighten up, Luciana. Things are not as bad as, you know, somebody else in the world has got it worse. I'm not minimizing your problems, but you don't want to focus on your negative energy. You want to focus on the positive. Okay, maybe things are this way right now, but I know they're going to get better. I know that I've got spirit on my team. I know things are going to work out. I know I've got it. I'm not by myself, even when I feel by myself. I know I can reach out, and if I reach out, I'll get love. Everybody can send Luciana love right now. She feels awful. So send her love right now, or share our love. Let's do the collective thing. Let's not send it. Let's collectively ask for our Father to, oh, here we're going to do this again, you guys. We're going to ask Archangel Metatron to blow open our chakras, and we're going to ask our Father. And Archangel Michael is around us, because you can see the blue right behind me. Archangel Michael is standing the guard while our chakras are open, because that's when we're vulnerable and exposed. So he's right there to protect that. And we're going to ask our Mother Father to shoot healing energy. I'm asking for it to come into my body, because I am the channel. I'm going to ask for Reiki, the long distance Reiki healers, to come forward to help me. And I am going to call them in. Shokore, 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 Dekomayo, Dekomayo, Seihaki, Seihaki, Honsha Se Shonen, Honsha Se Shonen. So I'm asking that my Mother Father use me as a channel and fill my body to capacity with the most amount of healing, loving energy that can go into my body. And then I'm going to send it out towards you guys. I'm going to send it out around the loop. We're going to do a circle, starting with the first person going around. Spirit knows where that is. It's going to go from one to the other to the other. If anybody else is a Reiki healer, you can also put your energy into it. All of us can put our energy into it and our intentions into it, because as it goes through one person to the next, it builds and the energy gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's going to go around. It's going to get you to Luciana. It's going to go through you and onto someone else. And it's all going to come back to me. All of it's going to come back into me, because I need the energy, because I'm expending all this energy to help you. And then when it gets into me, I'm asking that it completely fill me again, because now it's supercharged, because it's gone through all of us. And then I'm asking for it to shoot out into the world around me. And now we're asking for Archangel, we're thanking the Ascended Masters for helping us. We're thanking the Reiki healers that came before. We're thanking, of course, Archangel Metatron for opening and clearing our chakras and balancing them. We're going to ask Michael now to please seal our chakras up so that we're completely protected again. And we're thanking our Mother Father. I'm thanking the Reiki. I'm going to close it. Shokore, Shokore, Shokore. So now the energy loop is closed, but the Reiki is staying within us. And so the healing energy has filled us. So if you don't feel that energy, I will eat my own hat. It's positive, and it's gone to all of us. Kimberly's sending it. Kimberly says about buoyancy, take the pressure off the body and joints. Yes! You know what? That's probably what I needed to do, because I was standing there. And also when I go, I'm going to be kicking, right? I'm going to be using my legs to kick my way back across the water. So swimming. Luciana, can you go swimming somewhere? Because that will help you. And I just heard Phoebe needs to go swimming. Why am I so connected to Phoebe? It might be because Phoebe resonates with me and my twin. I know that's the truth. But waters. Uh-oh. It's... Noni just called me, and that interrupted. I thought it was going to kick us off. Let me see. You felt it? Kimberly said she felt it. Hi. Please tell me if you see this, because Noni called and it interrupted the feed. I don't know if we're still going live. If you'll let me know, I'd appreciate it. Everyone's on the move. Hi. Okay, cool. Okay, so if there's no water, there's got to be a swimming pool. And if you can't get into a swimming pool, you can go into a bathtub. And you can put sea salt in it. You can put Epsom salt, which is almost as good. And then if you have any essential oils, and put that in the water and imagine yourself in the ocean. That's your homework. If you choose to accept it, I literally am telling you, Spirit's telling you to do that. That's okay. Hi, okay. Is there anybody else that would like a message? Does somebody want to give me a reading? Frankincense. Oh my God. You know what, Kim? I have been told so often that I need frankincense, so now I have to get it for sure. Because that's the one essential oil I didn't get. And I've been told it again and again. But I do have, another thing you can do, Luciana, if you don't have it, if you can go to a spiritual shop, I have copal and frankincense little nuggets, and you can burn it so that you get the scent. That's very healing. Oh, good, you have pink salt. Good. Cherish would like a reading for her man. Oh, right. Cherish would like a reading for her man. I like that. I like it when people say my man, my woman. I like that. It has nothing to do with being possessive, and it just has to do with I love you that much. So this is for her man. Somebody is saying whiskey on the bottle. No, there must be a little dust on the bottle. But that's okay. That just things get sweeter with age. There might be a little dust on the bottle. One of those things that gets sweeter with time. That's another thing about me feeling like my twin and I have lost so much time, and the fact that I'm getting so much older. He was so young and beautiful when we first met. So was I. And but you know what? We just get better with age. We're like fine wine. I like that. Brandy. Woo. Okay, so this is for your man. And as I say that, there's a man with his girl, like literally across from me. Actually, yeah. So he's connecting to this energetically because there's a couple and he's calling. He's in his emotional waters. Okay, so let me give you this message for what I'm reading right now. He is balancing. He's balancing. He's in his emotional waters, but he's balancing. He's calling her to him. He's treading the water, but he's in a safe harbor. That is for your man. That's what I got for him. But there's also a message, and it talks about an old debt being paid off. Now, it could be financial debt. It could be a karmic debt. It could be a debt that he has put upon himself, like something he feels that he owed, and it's paid off. They're basically saying the old weight that was on his shoulders has been lifted from your life. So, like I said, that's a really good message for me. I like that because to me it represents a karmic weight. It also represents something that that someone has been carrying that was not theirs to carry. It's been paid, and they don't need to continue paying it. And as I say that, he is climbing off of the board that he was on, balancing on, and he is climbing onto the dock. So he is coming out of his emotional waters where he was balancing, and he is now on dry land. That's an awesome message to come right then. So the message could be, I'm not sure, the decision that you made about your financial debts, to be clear of them, the universe is responding and helping you with that. You're also going to be presented with new opportunities that will help reduce your debt. You're going to be given inner guidance as well as very obvious signs and messages about how to do this. Ooh, it's getting rocky out here. They want you to know that you are hearing the ideas, or he is hearing what he's getting in his head correctly. What's interesting to me is they're talking about diet, because I guess it would be a negativity diet, but as you improve your diet, so all areas of your life will improve. So negativity diet will help with the debt paid off, is what I'm getting. That's interesting. And as you follow the messages, the leads that Spirit brings you, everything rapidly improves. They want you to stop using credit cards. They want him to stop using credit cards. I never buy anything that I don't have cash to spend. They want you to question what you spend your money on. Oh, you guys. Oh my God, we're blessed. We are so blessed. Oh my God, I have to stop talking. I can't believe this. So this shows me that Mama trusts me with her baby. Oh my God. Look at them. Look how brave they are. Look at the little one at the back. It's much braver than the other two. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at them. Look how little they are, and yet they're so brave. So all this new stuff that's going on, it's okay to be brave because Mommy's right there. We're not going to fall. We're not going to sink. Oh, you guys, I can't even stand it. I can't even turn around the camera. They might look like little ants to you now, but that was amazing. Oh my God, that was amazing. So Kimmy says the rocking boat has moved into calmer waters, more grounded and mentally clear. Yes, I love that. Thank you for that. So also as far as debt, we all deserve to be debt free. I say that I deserve to be debt free. I shouldn't have to work my ass off to survive. I'm going to resolve to initiate new spending habits. I'm going to be, you know what? Also, I'm getting when you get money, hold the cash in your hand. I got $400 cash and I literally kept it with me. I held it, I touched it, I looked at it, and then I deposited it 4 days later. Another thing you can do if you don't have money coming in is go to the instant teller or the bank, withdraw $100 and then deposit it back in 20s. Or go to the, you know what would be really good to do, and I've done this. Go to the bank and withdraw. If you can't withdraw $100, no, you got to draw a good amount because it's got to make a difference. $50, $100. Ask for it to be broken down into tens and ones, and then go to the bank teller, your instant teller, and deposit it one at a time. Because then you're showing the universe you're not afraid to spend your money because you know money's coming back in, and you are now watching yourself deposit money in the bank. That's a really powerful thing to do, and I've done that when I've been low financially. They're also saying give. When you feel like you're broke, give. Like with me, I do my free readings. I know Spirit's going to take care of me. It's also taking my worries off of my money. I'm not going to worry about it because I'm listening to these readings. I'm listening to these messages, and I know I'm taken care of. Just like that mommy baby and all her babies are going out in the water. They came into safe harbor, but did you notice that when she took them out, it was rocking still? And they went out, even though the water was rocking, they were brave. Those babies were little, and they were brave. They went out on their emotional waters because they, you know, mommy gave them a pep talk. It was awesome. It also means when you get something about debt paid off that you will all of a sudden get money. You'll get it like a financial windfall. There'll be a surprise, something that you're not waiting for. And often, again, affirm, money comes easily to me. That's the message. Money comes easily to me. I am debt-free. I am debt-free at this moment, and money comes easily to me. Okay. Cherish is a mama with 3 babies. Well, then that is a huge message to you. Everything that I said about those babies is a special message for you. Anita, yes, you absolutely may have a reading. Absolutely. Whoa, okay, guys. Low battery mode, so I'm going to do 3 more readings, then I'm going to go. I can't lose this reading. I'll be bummed if I can't share this. I don't know if I can do 3. I wonder if anybody's going by and looking at me in here, fully clothed, sitting on this boat ramp. I am laughing at myself. Oh, you know what? You're getting spring. So we've already gotten spring. Do you want, I mean, I've got the same message. We've already been given this message. So what it is it's confirmation that there is a new beginning. And the fact that we saw 3 babies just go by, that there is absolutely a new beginning for you. That this could represent a relationship. It could represent a project. It could represent that what's happening, I feel like it doesn't mean spring because of the fact that the new babies just literally went by. I believe it has more to do with a new beginning. And I think it means get going on it. I think it means take that leap of faith and move forward because she's sitting in her flower and she's open and she's ready for Spirit. And the butterfly is coming to her. The butterfly is facing her. And the butterfly says, I'm in full transformation, and so does the rose. The rose is fully in bloom. So there's a new beginning for you right now. And you're moving out over your emotional waters, whatever they are. Stop procrastinating, let go of the fear, move forward. That's what comes to me for the spring. Otherwise, you're going to have to go back and listen because I already did the spring one. That's what comes to me loudest for you. I'm going to do 2 more because I'm doing them quickie. Oh, Kimmy's pulling a message for me from the mermaids since I'm floating and I'm a mermaid. Okay, ow. I don't even know who's next. Who is next? I'm so afraid that I'm going to lose this feed. I can't stay much longer. I really do want to save this feed because this is too beautiful to not share. Jumping in the water and having those babies go by like that. So if somebody doesn't quickly tell me, I see women on paddle boards right now. So women, I get stand up and get moving. Stand up and get moving on your emotional waters, and that's for everyone. I also saw the baby ducks picking at the seagrass as they went along. The seagrass represents any negative attachments or any, they're clearing, not negative attachments, they're clearing up what needs to be cleared so that they can move on, but they're also getting nourishment from that. So I feel from that it means that any challenges that have been there, they have been their lessons, and they're actually going to be giving you energy to move forward. That's going to be helping. That's your building block. Farewell to the moon and appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. Farewell to the moon. appreciate and enjoy the lunar cycles. Well, it's almost full moon. Something good is supposed to be happening 3 days before or 3 days after this full moon. I can only hope for what my greatest wish is during that time. I wish Spirit would allow me to have a time frame. Okay, anybody else? If not, I'm going to say peace out. Okay, I'm counting down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're done, you guys. Peace. Happy, happy, happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Happy Canada Day. Peace, love, and light. Thank you, Kimmy. I'm going to talk to you later. Thank you. Blessings to me. Thank you so much. Soul Cage Rescue. Escape from captivity and restrictions. Oh my God, Kim, is it me or him? Is it me or him? Is it me or him that is escaping? Smiles and waves. I love that. Joy always says smiles and waves. Isn't that cool? Smiles and waves. It's him. Yay! That's why my night heron was flying. Right on, baby. You go, babe. You go, babe. You go floating across your emotional waters. Yay! 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 Okay, I love you guys. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. I'll give you one last look at the lake. Oh yes, because it's Independence Day, Kimmy. It's Independence Day. That's why I heard celebratory reading, Independence Day. Oh, yay! I'm excited. Okay, bye guys. Oops.